The third thing was to get people to focus on coordinating and focusing their goals. My story here is of Marie Hawgood, and she was an HR person, and her husband was transferred around the country quite frequently in his job. And so being an HR person was fairly easy to get a job, so she would follow him around. And every time that she got a new job in a new part of the country, she would participate in the 401k. And then when she would leave, she would just leave the 401k there, figuring that, you know, it's invested, it's good, I don't need it, and I'll accumulate them at some point when I'm ready to retire. In her case, when she was ready to retire, one of the companies that she had worked for was a dot-com company that blew up in 2001 or 2002 and was no longer in business. This is a big problem because you may not know that the money that's in your 401k you do not control. Now you have some things that you can do. In her case, this was with T. Rowe Price, and T. Rowe Price allowed the investor to direct the investments, but the plan is controlled by the administrator of the plan, who is generally somebody in the company. And what we were forced to do is to try to locate somebody who could sign. We go to transfer this, we want to do a rollover. You can't, well, we can send you the rollover paperwork, you can sign it, but we need the administrator to sign off. Well, the company's no longer in business, so now what do? You need to find somebody to sign off. So after about 4 or 5 months, we finally tracked some guy down in Massachusetts who was the plan administrator. Fortunately, he was still alive and signed off on it, and we got the money out of this. But the problem here is that you've got things scattered everywhere, and in this extreme case, you may not even be able to get your hands on it when you want. But so often we have people that come in and they've got a CD at 6 different banks because the rates were better. And so we just shop around for it. So we got 6 different CDs scattered here. We've got a mutual fund that we bought because we bought Money Magazine that month and it said it was the best fund to own. So we put some money into that. We listened to Jim Cramer one night and he was raving about this stock, so we bought a couple of shares of that. And we have this hodgepodge of investments. And so these people, I love this because the first thing that they want to know, well, what's your performance? What's your performance like? And I say, what's your performance been like? Well, I don't know. Well, of course you don't know because you've got 15 different accounts. How could you possibly track the performance of this? So if we can coordinate and focus, now not only can we track the performance of it, we can put the pieces together so that we have it operating efficiently, so that the bonds are in the retirement account, so that the stocks are in the taxable account. And if we have funds that generate a lot of dividends, we're going to put those in the tax-deferred account. If we have funds that are mostly growth-oriented, don't generate a lot of dividends, we're going to put those in the taxable account. Just like we outline in the book on how to build your portfolio, both from an efficient standpoint, from a tax, but also to develop all 3 legs so that we can, if it makes sense, do Roth conversions and get some money moved over into the Roth. So to coordinate your investments,